sometimes things in life choose you,
Right.
and you don't choose them. I knew that I had a good voice, but sometimes when you're that young, and this is why I'm very funny about young people auditioning for talent shows and putting themselves out there before they've discovered really who they are, because I feel like I'm very lucky that if I'm honest, that my deals didn't work out as well, because I don't think I would have coped with success how I've got it now when I was 17, emotionally. Yeah, I think that being in the girl group definitely enlightened something in my mind, that I knew I wasn't a girl group kind of girl, but I didn't know what I was.
Yeah.
So when you're on your own and you've got nothing to surround you and there's no one else that anyone's looking at, you have to be strong by yourself, and that's either being very sure in who you are or using a lot of things to cover up. And I think I started to do the cartoony thing because I went into panic mode and was like, right. And that was a very interesting thing for me to look at now, being out of that and just being me, because I've got past that, discovering myself, you know. I felt like at one point I became a cartoon of myself.
Right, oh, I see. Yeah.
Like, as time went on, I got busier and busier and busier, and because I didn't really know how to handle everything that was going on, I kind of like hid in costumes, and yeah, everything became how do I explain it without making it sound like I don't regret it, but it's interesting for me to look back now and go, whoa, is that me? You can't even see my face.
Yeah.
You can't see me. And that's why with the new album, like if you put it next to the old album, it's like who you are and alive. It's like who you are. I was so like, I know who I am, and I didn't know who I was, like in the good way. Like it's that striving to try and find yourself and being okay with the weirdness and the unsureties and the insecurities, and that everything had a happy ending. Whereas with Alive, like I have no makeup on, I've got no hair, it's just me, and I'm very raw and stripped back, and I'm not hiding anymore because I know who I am. I feel like, in a nutshell, I feel like in comparison to the first album, obviously it was written over a year, within 5 weeks, over a year. The first album was 7 years, so it's like a mixtape. I listen to Big White Room and I go, whoa, the same person that wrote Domino, and it was 5 years later. The first album I started writing when I was 17, and I'm nearly 26, so I kind of like hope people really realise and understand that I've grown up a lot and I'm not a little kid anymore, and that a lot of the songs may shock people, like the topic, because I think as you become famous, phases become factual, fads become set in stone, and there are things I think people have held on to about me that don't exist anymore, because people change and grow up and learn that things that they thought they wanted, they don't. Sorry, keep touching the mic. They don't. But I feel like the songs that are on this album really reflect the person I'm going to be forever.
Right.
The foundations of the woman I want to be, and I'm becoming, you know, instead of a little kid searching.